I'm Kieran Costa, and welcome inside the broadcast booth here at Pat Bale Field at the College of Alameda for Day 3, the final day of the inaugural Alameda Anchors Independence Day Tournament. The Anchors, after dropping their first two games yesterday and the day before, are playing in the 5th place game right now against the Redbirds. The Anchors and the Redbirds battling it out for 5th place. Corey Houston takes the mound for Alameda. Getting started just a little bit late here. Corey Houston takes the mound. His battery mate will be Aiden Sakai. Jack Bollinger at first, Marcus Jang at second, Kai Home out at short, Chris Bliscoll's playing third. Aiden tackles in left, Isaiah Landry gets the nod in center, with Brendan Bell out in right. Corey Houston gets the ball after Nevin Lee was roughed up yesterday in what turned into a 19-9 loss to the Captains, a captain squad that will be playing in the championship game at 5 o'clock against the Leghorns. We also have a game at 1:30. That's the third place match, but here battling for 5th, Corey Houston's going to face JJ Ibarra, Alex Almaguer, and Mikey Pickett to start the ball game off for the Redbirds. The Redbirds, an 0-for-2 squad themselves.
Tony Sakachi leading off, center fielder number 10, Isaiah Landry. Batting second, the first baseman.
Tony Sakachi acting as the head coach, with Dustin Cheney still away from the ball club, and no Derek Livingston or Marciano Reichel for this Wednesday 10 o'clock baseball game between the Redbirds and the Anchors. The Anchors start BACL play again tomorrow at 6:05, so stay trained on Alameda Anchors YouTube tomorrow for that, and obviously all of today for baseball. Corey Houston's ready and delivers the first pitch of the ball game, a fastball inside. It's 1-0.
Third baseman number 12.
Houston's next one is, well, the strike, and it's 1-1. That one misses outside. 2-1.
And on the bases, Marcus Spider Moore.
The pitch from Houston is a called strike.
Can't turn off the music.
That one hits JJ Ibarra, and he's on with a hit by pitch. The leadoff man aboard for the Redbirds here to start the ball game off of Corey Houston.
And the fifth pitch of the game at 10:08. So the game started at 10:07 a.m. And the game time temperature 60 degrees.
10:06 start for the 5th place match here in the Independence Day Tournament. A pair of 0-2 squads face off to see who will take home 5th place. FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, takes on the NorCal Warriors at 1:30. That game will be for 3rd, and then the championship coming up at 5 o'clock. The Captains and the Leghorns. So Ibarra away from first. That brings up Alex Almaguer, who takes a changeup high, and the count's 2-0. The Anchors lost 19-9 yesterday in a tough pitching performance. The offense did put up 9 runs, but most they've put up in a couple days. A swinging bunt. Houston off the mound fires to first, and Jack Bollinger can't pick it. It goes into right field. Coming all the way around to score is Ibarra. Heading towards second is Almaguer. That throw sails into left field, and it's 1-0. A hit by pitch and then a
Single.
Two-base error on Corey Houston.
Single error.
It's 1-0 Redbirds. 3 minutes into the ball game.
Good play there and a good play there. With a single and error.
It will go as a single and then a error on Houston.
The second batter, Alex Allinger, and now batting shortstop, Mikey Pickett.
Mikey Pickett, it wasn't with the team the last 2 days, but plays today. The Anchors trailing 1-0, just getting started top of the first, 2 batters in. So it's an infield single for Al McGear. Houston's throw could not be picked by Jack Bollinger at first base. Bollinger, a natural center fielder, getting the first base duties for a depleted Anchors roster here on this Wednesday morning. The pitch from Houston is low. It's 2-1. Houston checks second and fires.
That's the starting pitcher on second, so it may be an advantage for the Anchors if they keep it.
Outside 3-1. The pitch is lined into right field. It's going to dunk in for a hit, but Bell fields it on a hop. The runner only moves up 90 feet, and there's runners at first and third with still nobody out. Hit by pitch, infield single plus an error, and now a line drive single to right. And the Redbirds looking to hang a crooked number on Corey Houston here in the first.
Number 21, Jacob Oliva.
Runners lead from first and third. That brings up the cleanup man, Jacob Oliva. A called strike one. A breaking ball finds the outer corner. Oliva pitched in Monday's ball game, going 4 innings. The knuckleballer was away from the team yesterday. He's back in the lineup today, and he's takes outside. It's a ball and a strike. Oliva, a right-handed hitter, has the first base duties today. Joseph Banda waits on deck. The 1-1 is bounced through the left side for a base hit. 3 straight singles off of Corey Houston, and it's 2-0 Redbirds.
Number 6, Joseph Banda.
That brings up Joseph Banda. 2-0 Redbirds here in the first after 3 consecutive singles off of Houston.
I'm going to take a hit away from him. What do you think? Should have made that play, or was it too hard?
I think he would have made it.
Houston
Should have been made? Okay, that's good.
delivers low. It's 2-0.
It'll help out. It'll actually help out.
Just getting started here, top of the first. Caught on and missed. It's 2-1. Houston right back in the count to Joseph Banda, who's the extra hitter today. Houston whirls and looks towards second. Mikey Pickett back to the bag. There's a called strike 2. It's 0-2. It's 2-2. Beg your pardon.
The second run.
This is the 5th place game here in the Independence Day tournament. We'll have a game at 1:30. That will be to determine 3rd place, and then the championship at 5 o'clock.
The expansion team Blues are there.
Houston, the right-handed pitcher, delivers and struck him out swinging. There's one away. That brings up Angel Garibay.
Batting sixth, third baseman, number 16, Angel Garibay.
An Anchors offense that put up 9 runs yesterday. Houston trying to keep the damage at 2 and give his offense a shot. Bollinger and home, or beg your pardon, Jang and home play for 2 up the middle. And Houston looks towards second again, nothing doing with Mikey Pickett. The pitch, caught on and missed, a breaking ball, it's 1-1. Hit by pitch, E1, single K, it's 2-0 Redbirds, runners lead from first and second with 1 out. The pitch, ring him up, curveball drops in there, there's 2 away, back-to-back strikeouts for Corey Houston, and that brings up Adrian Hernandez.
What's wrong with the screen, man?
Batting seventh, second baseman, number 12, Adrian Hernandez.
After the first 4 reach, Houston trying to limit the damage, and he's ahead of Hernandez. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 runners go. Sakai's throw to third is in time to get him, and the inning is over. 2 runs on 3 hits and 2 left. 2 across for the Redbirds, with the Anchors coming up in the bottom half. Isaiah Landry leads off for the Anchors, looking to pick up his offense that is now down 2-0. First pitch is a called strike 1. Landry behind 0-1. That one, it misses somewhere. It's 1-1.
See if my weight can stay on this chair. We'll find out too.
We can switch chairs.
It's all good.
I hear any cracking.
1 ball, 1 strike. The fastball to Landry misses above the zone. Alex Almaguer gets the start today for the Redbirds. We saw him at shortstop for most of the first 2 games. He misses inside to Landry. It's 3 balls and a strike.
Landry had a decent day yesterday.
Jack Bollinger waits on deck.
Landry had a bunt single.
Landry picked up a bunt single and then cracked a triple over the left fielder's head in a 19-9 loss yesterday at 5. Here he tomahawks 1 foul down the third base line. Fill her up. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Extra noise for the No, it's not. It's
The 3-2 offer. Landry stays alive, fouls it off the plate.
Chop is not good. Tomahawk's just about it.
Jack Bollinger and then Brendan Bell to bat for the Yankees in the first, trailing 2-0. Yankees struggling mightily here in this Independence Day tournament. They're back to BACL play tomorrow. Landry hits a line drive to left. There's 1 away.
Batting second for the Yankees. First baseman, number 2, Jack Bollinger.
That brings up Jack Bollinger. Bollinger didn't play in the first 2 games of the tournament. The usual center fielder gets the nod at first base today. The pitch is up and away. It's 1-0. Bollinger, Bell, then Tackless. That one is well off the corner and low. It's 2-0. That one wide as well, and it's 3-0 on Jack Bollinger. We'll see if Jack gets the green light. The lefty waits on the 3-0 and takes ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. That brings up Brendan Bell.
Batting third for the Yankees, right fielder, number 27, Brendan Bell.
Getting started just a little bit late here in this 5th place game between the Yankees and the Redbirds. That's 5 straight out of the zone from Almaguer, and Bell's ahead. 1 ball and no strikes. FCA versus NorCal Warriors coming up at 1:30. That one hits Brendan, and there's runners at first and second. The Yankees looking to get the runs right back. That brings up the power-hitting lefty, Aiden Tackless.
Left fielder, number 44, Aiden Tackless.
The lefty, the team's RBI leader in BACL play, comes up here with a runner on, and count that. That's 8 straight out of the zone from Alex Almaguer. The 1-0 delivery. Tackless swings and bounces it foul, first base side. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Aiden Tackless. 2-0 Redbirds. Bottom half of the first. Tackless check swing. The runners go. That throw goes down the left field line. 1 run's going to score. Bollinger. Bell comes into third. And it is 2-1 on the E2.
Yeah, probably should have helped.
So both teams have committed an error. It's now a 2-1 ball game. Bell, the tying run's at third, and they said Tackless did not go around. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Tackless hits a high chopper. Bell hesitates, but he's going to come in to score. Tackless is thrown out by a step at first base, and we have ourselves a tie ball game.
Batting fifth for the Lakers, shortstop, number 5, Kai Holmes.
Tackless gets an RBI as he grounds it to second. The infield stayed back. Home takes a called strike one. Corey Houston on the mound for the Yankees, facing Alex Almaguer. That one misses in off the corner. It's 1-1. The 1-1 offer. Low, 2-1. So both the walk and a hit by pitch have come in to score. The Yankees have 2 runs without picking up a base hit. Home is jammed on that one, popped behind the dish. Ken Abe makes a catch, and the inning is over. 2 runs on no hits, nobody left. On to the second, tied at 2. After some housekeeping on the mound, we're ready to continue. Top half of the second inning, the Redbirds and the Yankees tied at 2. Looking for 5th place in this Independence Day tournament.
We're gonna heat up the coffee, so no. This is 12. Yeah.
Houston gets the new ball. He's ready to face Hernandez, and he drops a breaking ball in there for a called strike one. Hernandez, Laura, and Jareth Franco will be the three to hit against Corey. That one runs off the corner. It's 1-1. That's hit a mile high, but it's gonna come back out of play. It's 1-2.
DH not, it's not, right? It's illegally written because he'd be the DH who could stay in the game and right field and not hit. He just put DH in him.
The 1-2 offer. Bounced out towards short. Home charges. Fields on the short hop. Slings it to first in time to get him. Jack Bollinger made the catch and lost it on the exchange. So Hernandez is out 6-3, and that brings up Robert Laura.
Left fielder Roberto Loera.
Jack Bollinger getting his first career start at first base today for the Anchors. No Telly Hill, Alonso Guijarro, or Michael Weber here on a Wednesday at 10 a.m. Here it's 2 balls and no strikes, and that one misses as well, and it's quickly 3-0 to Loera. Jareth Franco would be next. Let's get a 4-pitch. Beg your pardon, now it's 3-0.
Pitchers to pitch me inside.
It's tough to turn on.
For the most part, they were not able to. I got 13 by pitch in 26 games.
That one misses low, and after all that, it is ball 4.
I've been passed by 4 guys.
2-2, top half of the second inning.
2 in other years, but nothing special. 99, designated hitter, number 20.
The first walk given up by Corey Houston today.
Yeah,
And that brings up Jareth Franco.
just like
Kent Abe would be next. That one's at a high chop to Bollinger, who spins, throws to second for 1. The relay to Houston, not in time. A very nice play by Jack Bollinger out there at first. Fielded the high hop, spun and threw in time to get him. Out to second goes, or out at second is Loera, and Franco's on a board on the fielder's choice.
I really feel this guy's name is Bobby.
This brings up Kent Abe and takes outside. Back to the top in JJ Ibarra, if Abe can reach. He's ahead of Houston 1-0.
Yeah, apparently the second baseman threw the ball, but I just thought maybe
That's grounded foul down the third base line.
And the guy, I had to move up and high.
It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
And I went back and hit my head right past.
1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first with 2 men out here in the top half of the second. Abe pops it up.
hell yeah.
Home is under it and makes the catch. Houston retires the side quickly in the second. 1.5 in the books. We're even at 2 here in Alameda.
23, Atticus Gonzalez.
Atticus Gonzalez gets the nod at DH today. Tony Sakachi really wants that bat in the lineup in a depleted roster, and Gonzalez lines to short on one pitch. Hit the ball hard, but directly at the shortstop. There's one down.
Batting seventh, the extra hitter, number 13.
That brings up J.P.
Boyle.
Boyle, the extra hitter today. Comes in batting from the left side. The first pitch to JP from the righty Almaguer is a called strike. Back-to-back in the zone for Almaguer, who struggled with command mightily back in the first. The 0-1 is outside, a ball and a strike. 2-2, bottom of the second. But 1-1 is one outside, gets away from Abe. No matter, it's 2-1.
Once hard tag at second, 3 times at the plate, he's hit the mat.
2-1, one out. Almaguer misses outside, and JP Boyle way ahead, 3-1. The red-hot Aiden Sakai waits on deck. Sakai on base 4 times in yesterday's loss. That's a called strike over the outer half. And filler up, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes to JP Boyle. Here it is, that's lined into right center, and moving over to make the catches, the center fielder. The inning is, there's 2 away, beg your pardon. And that brings up Aiden Sakai.
2-out rally. Catcher, number 3, Aiden Sakai.
Sakai walked, doubled, and singled yesterday. Him and Marcus Jang in the 8 and 9 spot in the lineup were very productive for an Anchors offense that put up 9 runs. An offense that had been struggling mightily, even though they'd won 2 games over the weekend. In what's a 19-9 loss, there's still positives to take away from the game. If you're the staff of Sakachi, Livingston, and Reichel, they hadn't put up 9 runs in a game since their 10-0 win over the Warriors. That was almost a month ago. Here it comes, and that one misses, and Sakai's ahead 3 balls and no strikes, looking to get on base for his 4th consecutive at-bat dating back to yesterday. Sakai waits on the 3-0 and takes ball 4, flips the bat towards the third base dugout, and is on first with a 2-out walk. And let's see if that can wake up the bats. Marcus Jang comes up.
Ninth for the Anchors. Second baseman, number 20, Marcus Jang.
The Anchors still without a hit, but they're tied at 2 with the Redbirds here in the last of the second. That one hits Jang in just square in the back on the first pitch. Was not close, and that brings up Chris Bliscoe batting in the 10 spot. Right in the middle, between that 2 and the 0 on the back of Marcus Jang. And Chris Bliscoe will round out the 10, batting for Tony Sakachi's Anchors. Tony filling in for Derek Livingston today.
Batting 10 for the Anchors, the third baseman, number 12, Chris Bliscoe.
An Anchors team trying to turn things around heading into the BACL second half, which starts on Thursday. That's going to be against the Seals. Tomorrow, tune in to Anchors YouTube at 6:05 for that one. And there's going to be a defensive substitution in the middle of the inning, it looks like.
The extra hitter Banda's coming in for the left fielder Loera.
Banda's going to just come in and play left field.
Number 6 in for
Against,
Roberto Loera.
comes in for Loera.
That's weird.
The first one misses. It's 1-0 to Chris Bliscoll.
Sometimes we get so used to that.
Runners lead from first and second. Sakai earned a 2-out walk. The very next pitch hit Marcus Jang in the back. And now it's 2-0 on Chris Bliscoll with Isaiah Landry, the leadoff man, waiting on deck. That one drops in for a strike, a breaking ball. It's 2-1. The 2-1 offer is low, 3-1, and Bliscoll trying to continue this 2-out rally and get it back to Isaiah Landry. Landry tripled in his last at-bat of yesterday's game. The 3-1 offer to Bliscoll's outside ball 4, load him up. And the Anchors are rallying and still haven't picked up a hit off Alex Almaguer.
Get on a roll, though. So he's hard to get on a roll.
Bases loaded, 2 men out, and out to the mound comes Sal Banda to talk it over with his infield. Bases loaded, 2 men out. Stay right here on the Alameda Anchors stream. That brings up Isaiah Landry. All of a sudden, the bases are loaded. He swings first pitch. That's a foul ball. That could have really started the runners here with 2 outs, but it's just foul, and Landry's behind 0-1. Isaiah lined to left, his first plate appearance. Looks to give the Anchors the lead here with the bases juiced. He takes that one low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Jack Bollinger waits on deck. The Anchors looking to really open up a lead here in a tie ball game, and they threaten to do it. The outfield shifted well towards left. Lots of room down the right field line. Landry fooled badly on a breaking ball. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Have fun.
The 2-2 to Isaiah is a 55-footer. Here comes the run. Sakai's going to come in to score. It's the second steal of home and fill her up. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. A fastball that was yanked, barely made it to the dirt by home plate, hops by Kent Abe to the backstop, and now a 3-2 to Landry is grounded to third. The throw across the diamond is in time to get Isaiah, and the inning is over. But the Anchors get one run on still no hits and 2 men left. On to the third. 3-2 Alameda. On to the third. Corey Houston still out there.
Center fielder.
He's going to face the top of the lineup in J.J. Ibarra, Alex Almaguer, and Mikey Pickett. J.J. was hit by a pitch his first trip, and here he hits a mile-high pop-up to the left side of the infield. Bliscoe calls off home, ranges over towards shortstop to make the catch, and quickly one away. That brings up Alex Almaguer. Alex reached on a Houston error.
Pitcher, Alex Almaguer.
He's also pitched the first 2 frames, but multiple pitchers have been warming up down in that Redbird pen, so we'll see if he gets the nod to go out there in the third from head coach Sal Benda. That one is yanked, and it's a ball and a strike. Anchor's back to BACL play tomorrow against the Seals at 6:05. Tune in for that one. It's been a tough week for Alameda here in the Independence Day tournament, but looking to turn things around in the games that matter against the Seals at home tomorrow. The pitch is a called strike 2. 2-2 offer. Low, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So filling up 3-2 to Alex Almaguer. Mikey Pickett waits on deck. Anchor's leading 3-2. The pitch caught on and missed. He got him. The third strikeout of the day for Corey Houston, and that brings up Mikey Pickett.
Batting for the Red.
Mikey Pickett singled in the first. Here he takes a cold strike 1. Corey Houston filling up the zone after a rocky first inning. Top of the third, Anchors lead 3-2. Houston rocks and fires a 1-0 low. It's a ball and a strike. Top of the third inning, the cloud cover still gives this one a Houston gets a called strike 2. The 1-2 is bounced towards second. Easy play for Jang, who fields and fires, and Houston retires beside an order in the third. 2.5 in the books. Anchors leading 3-2.
Cisco.
Bollinger leads off the home half of the third with his Anchors leading 3-2. And he takes outside. Jack walked and scored his first time up. Bollinger drives that one out towards right center field, not deep. Moving over to make the catch is Ibarra, one down. Bollinger got some good one on it, but just popped it up to center. One away.
Right fielder Brendan Bell.
Brings up Brendan Bell, hit by a pitch and scored a run. That was back in the first. Facing Robert Loera, Alex Almaguer, but books closed on him. He goes 2 innings, 3 runs, all earned. No hits to his credit, or beg your pardon.
It basically shows you have better.
Just 2.
Real confidence.
Your final line for Almaguer, 2 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned. He did not give up a hit and he walked 4. Brendan Bell drives a single back through the middle, and there's a man on with a man out.
Left fielder Aiden Tackless.
That brings up Aiden Tackless. Tack grounded out to second, but drove in a run in the first inning. Anchors have scored on 2 wild pitch steals of home and an Aiden Tackless ground out. Bell inches off first, but 1-0 to Tackless. But first to check on Bell, who dives back to the bag safely.
The new pitcher for the Redbirds is Roberto Loera, number 2.
Loera, we saw him pitch an inning in both of the first 2 Redbirds games. Those both ended in losses for California, and he's behind 2-0. Anchors came into this tournament hot. They'd won back-to-back BACL games to round out the first half over the weekend and sit a half game back of West Coast Kings Gold, but a tough couple days here on this holiday weekend for the Anchors squad. He gave up 19 runs in yesterday's ball game, but look to pick things back up in BACL play tomorrow. That's bounced towards second, could be 2. High hop to second for 1. On to first, double play, and the inning is over. 3 in the books from Alameda. The Anchors lead the Redbirds 3-2 here on Anchors TV. Jacob Oliva steps in. Teammates with Nevin Lee at the City College of San Francisco, and he takes up and away. It's a ball in, no strikes. Houston out for his 4th inning of work. Tony Vasquez and Michael Polito, the other 2 pitchers slated to go today, depending on how long Sakachi leaves Houston out there. The pitch fouled out the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
You ever heard of him? Yeah, you need to look him up. Try to find some video. Do it now.
The 1-2 offer, breaking ball misses just off the corner. It's 2-2.
He was doing similarities.
The 2-2 offer is outside. Filler up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jacob Oliva, Joseph Banda, and Angel Garibay, the 3 to bat against Houston. That one's lined foul. Out of play, third base line. Top half of the 4th inning, the 5th place game in the inaugural Independence Day tournament. Houston rocks and delivers a 3-2. That's popped up. Could be playable for Sakai. Chasing, and it drops untouched. And we'll do it for the 8th time. There's at bat. It stays 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Good effort, 3.
A very depleted Alameda Anchor roster today. Jack Bollinger forced to play first base for the first time in his career. Houston to Oliva, and it's fouled off once again. The battle continues at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sal Banda coaching over at third for the Redbirds. FCA against the NorCal Warriors coming up. That game at 1:30. 3-2. Houston wins the battle. He strikes him out. 1 down. Houston gets the first out of the 4th inning as Oliva goes down swinging. That brings up Joseph Banda.
Left fielder, Joseph Banda.
Banda takes a fastball below the knees. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Banda struck out swinging against Houston back in the first, when he got back-to-back strikeouts to end the frame. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 3-2 Anchors, top of the 4th. This game moving right along the first of the day. That one's grounded back to the backstop. It's 1-2. Joseph Banda waits on deck. 1-2 delivery from Houston is a breaking ball that misses high. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Houston gets it ready to work. The 3-2. Ring him up on that one, though. Back-to-back strikeouts for Houston to start the frame. The 5th of the morning. Home plate umpire Liam Sneed rung him up on a breaking ball that clipped the outer corner.
Third baseman, Angel Garibay.
Angel Garibay struck out looking his first time through. Here takes a fastball low. It's 1-0. We'll see how Derek Livingston tries to piece together 9 innings of pitching tomorrow. As we know, there will be no Corey Houston and no Nevin Lee available. The 1-0 outside. Jordan Bolden is a pitching option. We'll see Vasquez and Polito today. You doubt either of them could go tomorrow. There's a 2-1 is a called strike, 2-2. Damian Lapuz went 3 innings yesterday. We'll see if he can go again on Thursday. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Houston was ready, but Joseph Banda steps out. Houston working at a very, very brisk pace. He gets it and he's ready to go. But 3-2 is a fair ball. It hit the knob of the bat. Bliscoe throws to first. Play made by Bollinger. And with a little bit of luck, the inning is over. 3.5 in the books from Alameda. The Anchors on top of the Redbirds 3-2. Kai Holmes steps in for his second plate appearance. He popped out to the catcher, Abe, his first time up. Loera delivers home, grounds it foul down the third base line. Home, open stance from the right side. Waits on the 0-1 from Loera and pops it up down the right field line, sinking fast. Going way off the line is the right fielder. It's going to dunk in for a single for Kai Home. I talked about this a lot on Tuesday about how the Redbirds outfielders play so far off the line. That one just dunks in off the end of the bat from Kai Home. He's aboard with a leadoff single.
Designated hitter, Atticus Gonzalez.
Home leads away from first. That one's grounded to third. Could be 2. Nice pick. The turn in time to get Gonzalez. Double plays in consecutive innings for Loera. Unlucky day for Gonzalez, who's hit the ball very hard both times he's been to the plate. It's yielded an 0-for-2 ball game.
The last 4 batters are BP involved. The extra hitter, J.P. Boyle.
Boyle lined out to the center fielder his first time up. Gonzalez hit that ball hard. One of the harder hit balls all day long for the Anchors.
He did.
The pitch is bounced foul. A cue shot rolls right to Tony Sakachi, coaching third base. Boyle waits on an 0-1 and takes called strike. That one found the outer corner. It's 0-2. Home half of the fourth. Anchors leading the Redbirds 3 runs to 2. The 0-2 offer to Boyle. That one runs off the corner. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Line foul back to the screen. Boyle stays alive.
That's right.
He actually pulled
Yeah,
it.
then do that.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Boyle takes a breaking ball that misses outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to JP. In the lineup as the extra hitter in today's game. The 2-2 with 2 outs is up and outside, filler up. It's 3-2. So, Boyle's worked it full against Loera. Something's got to give, and Boyle drills that one down the right field line. Hooking foul. Boyle stays alive. He absolutely cranked that one right down the right field line. It just hooked. Foul by a couple feet down by the 325 sign in deep right. Boyle absolutely crushed that ball. Loera. That one's hit hard himself out towards right. Chasing him back. Still back. He can't find it. It's going to roll to the wall. And Boyle's in at second with a double. Franco just kept ranging back and he never made the play. It's a 2-out double for JP Boyle, and the Anchors have a chance to tack on to their lead. For the red-hot Aiden Sakai, a single, double, and walk last night. He has already earned a 4-pitch walk his first time up today. Looking to knock in JP Boyle from second. Loera from the stretch misses away. The third hit of for the Anchors was that JP Boyle double to right. Single, double play. And then that Boyle 2-out double. The Anchors looking to tack on. That one's grounded to third. Nice play, the throw across the diamond in time. A very nice defensive inning for Angel Garibay down there at the hot corner. And the Anchors, no runs, 2 hits, 1 left. On to the 5th. 3-2 Alameda over the Redbirds. We move to the top half of the 5th inning here at Pat Vale Field in Alameda. Adrian Hernandez leads off between the Anchors
What was that?
and the Redbirds here in the 5th.
Actually?
The 2-0 delivery from Houston is grounded foul. Would have been the first real test of Jack Bollinger at first base.
Punch the face by Roman.
2-1 is just in off the corner. Aiden Sakai couldn't corral it, and it's 3-1. Beg your pardon, it's a called strike by home plate umpire Sneed. 2-2 pitch. Bounced foul at the plate, and it's still 2-2. The battle continues between Houston and Hernandez. Two balls, 2 strikes. Top half of the 5th inning, the Anchors holding on to a slim 3-2 lead. Houston's delivery is lined into left center for a base hit. The 3rd of the ball game for the Redbirds, and that brings up Robert Loera, who walked his first time up. He's also turned in 2 shutout innings on the pitching side.
Roberto Loera.
Houston's still working quickly. We'll see if that changes with a runner on. Hernandez leads away from first. Loera squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes a fastball for ball 1.
It's 3-2 in the top of the 5th.
3-2 Anchors, top half of the 5th inning from the College of Alameda.
It's 3-2. Top of the 5th. Same thing.
1-0 offer from Houston, but first a check on first. Hernandez dives back to the bag.
Oh, wait, there's only 13 on the pie. I don't know the games. I guess we'll see.
Houston sets at the belt, delivers a 1-1, bounce to Jang on a hop, the flip to second to home, the relay to first in time to get him, and Corey Houston induces the double play. There's 2 down, a nice turn, Jang to home, to Bollinger, it goes 4-6-3. Just a tailor-made double play ball off the bat of Robert Loera, who's turned 2 as a pitcher himself. Now hits into one, and it's Jared Franco's time to hit. Hit into a fielder's choice last time up. Here he takes a called strike 1. He's behind Corey Houston. The 0-1 offer drops in there, strike 2, and Corey Houston is way ahead. Well, very close. 0-2 is a breaking ball that misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Houston went to the off speed ahead in the count. Struck him out swinging. Houston working just so quickly here. Halfway through our ball game today after 4.5. The Anchors still leading 3-2. Marcus Jang. Batting ninth, it will be Bliscoe, and then the top of the lineup in Landry. Sakai ended the last inning. So Jang, Bliscoe, Landry, the three to hit. The pitch runs off the corner. It's 1-1. Jang was hit by a pitch first time up. The 1-1. Jang hits a flare out towards left center. It's going to dunk in for a hit. And Jang all of a sudden swinging a hot bat. He's has back-to-back multi-hit games. And the leadoff man aboard here in the anchor fifth.
Third baseman, Chris Bliscoe.
Bat brings in Chris Bliscoe. Drew a walk his first time at the dish. Here he swings first pitch and pops it foul over the anchor dugout. He's behind 0-1 on Loera, beg your pardon. Bottom half of the fifth inning, Anchors lead at 3-2. They've scored on 2 wild pitches and a RBI ground out. Bliscoe, it's a mile-high pop-up on the infield. Garibay can't make the play, and it's going to take a high hop and drop. Sliding into second, Jang, he's safe. Jang obviously had to hold it first because it was a play that could have been made. Chris Bliscoe gets that pop up. We'll get a final scoring out to you in a moment. It's going to be ruled a hit for Chris Bliscoe on the board here in Alameda. Landry squares to bunt and pulls back. It's 1-0. Landry.
It did look like it was it blew away kind of last one.
Landry had a push bunt single to go along with the triple in last night's ball game. Let's see what he can do here. Runners lead from first and second. Anchors trying to extend a 1-run lead. Landry
it's like the lefty.
takes a cold strike over the outside edge. It's 1-1. Bliscoe has been given a single, so back-to-back singles off Loera to start the fifth.
Nothing hit hard, that's for sure.
Landry tries to bunt and misses. He's behind 1-2. Jang from second, Bliscoe from first. Landry waiting on a 1-2 offer. Slightly chokes up on the bat and takes outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jack Bollinger on deck. He would be next. Huge hole on the right side of the infield. The second baseman shaded up the middle with Oliva playing in on the grass in front of the runner Bliscoe. That could be to guard against a Landry bunt. The 2-2. There goes the runners. The pitch is low. Abe's not going to have a play. Jang with a straight steal at third. Bliscoe holds at first. Filler up. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes, and we'll see if they send Bliscoe on the full count delivery. Jang from third, Bliscoe from first. The 3-2 offered to Landry. Bliscoe runs. It's grounded back up the middle. Perfectly placed for the double play. So no RBI for Landry. He hit it directly back up the middle. The shortstop was already covering and it rolled right to him. It couldn't have been an easier double play. The third double play the Anchors have hit into in as many innings. Situational hitting continues to be a struggle for the Anchor offense. It's a pattern we've seen all year. 3 double plays here on this Wednesday morning, turning into afternoon. Tackless hit in 1 to end the third. Gonzalez hit a hard ground ball that ended up being a twin killing in the 4th, and the very speedy Isaiah Landry got a little bit unlucky there. That's a double play. The run does come in to score to make it a 4-2 Anchor lead. That one misses low. It's 1-1 to Jack Bollinger. Bollinger's walked and flown out to center in a couple trips. Open stance from the left side for the power hitting, well, I guess, first baseman today, usual center fielder. Fists that one off the hands, right back through the middle for a single. His first hit of the ball game. The hits continue to pour in for the Anchors after being hitless through 2. A hit in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 3 hits here in the 5th. And Brendan Bell, who's been on base both his at-bats, he was hit by a pitch in the 1st, singled in the 3rd.
The batter, right fielder, Brendan Bell.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I remember that.
Bollinger leads from first with 2 outs. Bell takes low and away. It's 1-0.
Another time, old man league playing at the Giants in New Park at the time.
Really?
2003. First time
Michael Polito up and loosening in the pen. Check on Bollinger, who's back safely. Polito threw just 11 pitches yesterday in what was 1 inning of work and what turned into a 19-9 7-inning mercy rule.
And basically it's a pizza place, you know what I mean? So,
1-1 to Brendan Bell. Bollinger goes. The pitch is high. The throw goes into center field. Bollinger is up, heading towards third. Instead, he's going to head back to second base. It's lobbed back in the infield to nobody. Loera, the pitcher, comes in to cut it off. Bollinger has to hold. 4-2 Anchors as they tack on 1 here in the home 5th. FCA versus the NorCal Warriors coming up at 1:30. The pitch. Bollinger runs again. It's bounced up the middle. If Bell can beat it out, the run's going to score, but very close play at first. They call him out, and the inning is over. 1 run on 3 hits and 1 left. We move to the 6th. Anchors doubling up the Redbirds 4-2. Last of the sixth inning here at the College of Alameda. Corey Houston's day is done. And that brings Michael Polito into the ball game. Polito went 1 inning yesterday in the blowout loss for the Anchors.
Number 11, Michael Polito.
Polito faces Ken Abe and then back to the top. Houston Cade 6 over 5 innings of work. Abe is fooled badly. It's 0-1. Other than just a bit of a tough start, the hit by pitch error single to start off the ball game completely shut him down after that point, giving up just 2 base runners, one of which was erased on a double play. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Polito, the new man for Tony Sakachi's Anchors today. The 1-2. Ring him up. Strike 3 called outer edge, and Polito starts his outing the best way he can with a K. Back to the top of the lineup in JJ Ibarra. JJ was hit by a pitch in the first. He popped out to Kai home his next trip.
Center fielder JJ Ibarra.
Yeah, it was a short backstop. They took out that backstop there. And drove.
Houston faced the minimum through his last 3 innings of work and leaves in line to pick up a victory today. Polito, and then you would guess Tony Vasquez to finish out the last 4 innings. A very close pitch from Polito is called a ball, even it up at a ball and a strike. Michael sets at the chest, is ready 1-1. Sakai can't make the catch, and it's called a ball. Anchors and Seals tomorrow, 6:05 BACL activity. Second half underway. The 2-1 is a hook, cut on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Then the Anchors play away on Friday, and then Sunday right back here on Anchors YouTube, a twin bill against TKB. Those games will be at 5 and 7:30 on Sunday. Ibarra stays alive by chopping one at the plate. So it stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. Polito standing, waiting for Ibarra to dig in. JJ's ready. Michael's ready. The 2-2 popped up. Shallow right. Bell is under it. Takes 2 steps in to make the play. 2 outs quickly here in the visitors' half of the 6th inning. 10 more outs for Tony Sakachi to try and piece together. You'd see how many he can get out of Michael Polito, and then Tony Vasquez, another pitcher available on this Wednesday morning in Alameda. As it does most mornings here at Pat Vale Field, the cloud cover going away. Landry chases that one back, makes a running catch in the left center field alley, and the inning is over. Polito works a 1-2-3-6. 5.5 in the books. 4-2 Anchors. The San Francisco kid, Aiden Tackless, steps in from the left side. Went to Sacred Heart Cathedral Prep in San Francisco. Then went to the University of Hawaii for his first year of college baseball. Here he sends one out towards left center field. No one has a beat on it. It's going to fall for a hit. Aiden Tackless cruises into second with a double. A tough defensive showing for the Redbirds here in the outfield. Tackless was 0 for 2 coming in. He did have an RBI and now has a chance to score a run as he's out in scoring position with nobody out for Kai Home, who's popped to the catcher and singled.
Shortstop, Kai Home.
I think I should cut your name. Do you think you can write your name? Oh, yeah. Thank you.
If I lose the game, can you play 6-mile shove if I didn't pitch right?
What is it?
6-mile shove.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
First one's
I think
I got you.
called strike one. Home
Every inning.
waits and lines that one hard but foul down the third base line.
Where do a lot of guys from Delta go if they go local? Is there like a natural place they go to?
Isn't that like one?
Stanislav, Chico,
No balls and 2 strikes to Home. With the runner on second and nobody out, he's just looking to, at the very least, move that runner over. Home takes a breaking ball that misses above the zone. The curveball didn't break, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, so I was always reading your scores off at the ring.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Time called
seeing you guys play that lady this year.
No.
at the plate.
Go there, they know you play.
Home just standing in the box waiting for the new baseball to be given to Loera. Ginormous hole on the right side. Really any ball that he goes the other way with should get through. The right fielder playing way off the line. Home takes a pitch well off the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tackless at second, nobody out. Last of the 6th inning. Both teams threw up a 2 spot in the first. The Anchors tacked on 1 in the second and 1 in the 5th. They're doubling up the Redbirds 4-2. Home lines that one towards center. It's going to hang up there for Ibarra, who makes the catch. Home didn't get all of that one and just served it out to Ibarra in center. And that brings up Atticus Gonzalez for the 3rd time today.
Atticus Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, a good day for the advanced analytics, has hit the ball hard 2 times. Unfortunately, they've ended in a line out to shortstop and a 5-4-3 double play. Looking to pick up a ribby here, and he takes that one that hit him. A breaking ball came in and hit him in the front bicep, and he heads to first base.
I guess, well, I think it was the same location. I'm not sure if it's the same direction.
Runners at first and second now with 1 out.
I might have made it deep, but I know one thing.
And that brings up J.P. Boyle. J.P. Boyle was 2 feet from just cranking a solo home run down the right field line. He ended up picking a double on the next pitch.
J.P. Boyle.
He also lined to center in the second. Has a chance to really open up this Anchor lead. Plenty of room in right center.
Right, this field, where's your ass?
Actually from Stockton, so I went to St. Mary's.
St. Mary's.
Yeah.
So, by the way, I think the Chargers should move to Little Pass if they're Concord.
The pitch from Loera is grounded hard but foul. It's 1-1. Gonzalez leads away from first. Tackless steps away from second. Infield double play depth. Boliva, the first baseman, in on the grass at first. Boyle pops it up towards center. Ibarra drifts over. He's under it to make the catch. Tackless tags towards third. The throw way late, and Tackless moves to third on the fly out from Boyle. Runners on the corners now with 2 men out for the hot-hitting Aiden Sakai. 0 for 1 today. He drew a walk and scored in the second. Houston went 5 solid innings, giving up what turned into 1 earned run. Made an error and struck out 6. We'll see if they send Gonzalez with the runners on the corners. Short lead, he doesn't go. The sidestep from Woera, beg your pardon, yields a ball 1 outside.
And they had a 2 home run game and a double.
The pitch, breaking ball clips the inner half. It's 1-1. FCA against the NorCal Warriors. That's for 3rd place. That game coming up at 1:30. An unlucky matchup, an unlucky draw for the Warriors as here it comes to Sakai. He fouls it back.
What'd you say?
I was a triple away from that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Warriors went 2-0. The problem was the Leghorns and the Captains went 2-0 themselves and came out with a better run differential. The Warriors beat this Anchor team 3-1. The Captains, on the other hand, beat them 19-9. So the Captains face the Leghorns in the championship, and the Warriors face the 0-2 Fellowship of Christian Athletes in a lopsided 3rd place game record-wise. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Aiden Sakai. The Anchors trying to get back on track heading into the BACL second half. The pitch, Sakai fooled badly and he strikes out swinging. The inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. On to the 7th. 4-2. Top of the 7th. That one is a fastball that's yanked too low.
They had donated to this.
Top of the 7th inning. Polito out for his 2nd inning of work. The 1-0 offer is low. 2 balls and no strikes to Mikey Pickett. Pickett, Oliva, and Joseph Benda will be the 3rd at bat against Polito, working in his 2nd frame. That one's bounced back to Polito. Tough hop. He jogs it over himself. A couple defensive changes for the Anchors. Brady Wetzel now in the game at first. Jack Bollinger playing second. Marcus Jang moves from second to short. Wiskel still at third. Tackles in left, Landry in center, Bell out and right. The outfield stays the same for Tony Sakachi's ball club. Tony really doing it all this Independence Day weekend. Just pretty much single-handedly putting on the tournament and filling in as the head coach today, has his team up 4-2. Oliva grounds it through the left side. Buskel never really had a shot, and that's a single.
So I brought one over here today. I'm trying to get more over here to help out.
Left fielder, Joseph Banda.
No one up in either bullpen. The pitch. Caught on and missed. Sakai picks back to first. And caught him
Line's got bigger.
back to the bag. Brady making his first Anchor appearance at first base.
Bulges a second.
Curveball is a called strike, even though Sakai couldn't come up with it. And beg your pardon, not Oliva. That's Joseph Banda's well behind. Pickett led off the inning by grounding out to the pitcher. Oliva then knocked a single through the left side, and Banda now behind Polito 0-2. That one's low. Nice block by Aiden Sakai to keep it in front.
12 blows goes.
Bell still in there, it looks like.
1-2. Polito checks Oliva at first and fires.
Bounced off the front of the plate.
Did I go off the plate?
Pitch missed low. Sakai, it looks like he was crossed up a little bit. It skips by him. It's a wild pitch on Polito, and Sakai's going to go talk about the signs with the reliever Michael Polito, as Aiden and Michael were crossed up on that one. Sakai maybe thinking he was getting a fastball, and a breaking ball skipped right by him to the screen. Oliva moves to second on the wild pitch.
There's nothing you can do there. It's a tough.
You're taught to go ahead and get that temperature.
Right. Switch for the buggy.
The 2-2. Another close pitch is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Filler up to Joseph Banda, looking to avoid his third strikeout of the
Better games.
morning. Ring him up! Fastball over the edge. The Anchor dugout loves it, and there's 2 away here in the top of the 7th.
Redbird third baseman, Angel Garibay.
That brings up Angel Garibay with Oliva on second, and now 2 men out. The first one misses low.
Yeah, so let's see. So the only 2 changes you saw are those Bollinger
And Wetzel.
So that would mean James just off the field.
The 1-0
James is short.
is lined back up the middle. That's a base hit. Oliva, there's no third base coach. He's going to round himself. Landry's throw is in time to get him. Landry guns Jacob Oliva at the plate. They had him by a full 3 steps, and the inning is over. Time to stretch here in Alameda. Anchors reliever Damian Lapuz will join me on the other side. Anchors still lead 4-2. Marcus Jang leads off the last of the 7th.
18.
Jang has been hit by a pitch and singled.
19, Brandon Jones.
The pitch misses in off the corner. It's 1-0.
Do you have an 18?
Nick Cabrera comes out of the bullpen for the Redbirds. The pitch is
The pitcher for Redbirds, number 18,
Called strike.
Nick Cabrera.
I'm here with Anchors reliever Damian Lapuz. Damian, tough go yesterday, but what was that experience like pitching against a lot of your Kenyatta College teammates?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. I feel like that might have been the most competitive I've felt, especially since after surgery. But it was a lot of fun hearing the guys chirp me the whole time. It just fueled me a little more.
That one misses to Marcus Jang, who's ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Speaking of that surgery, you're coming off Tommy John in June of 2021. I feel like for baseball fans, like as most fans never had Tommy John surgery, they're almost just numb to the word, as you hear every day a new pitcher in the minors or in the majors gets Tommy John surgery. What's it actually like going through that rehab process?
Yeah, it's can be a little funky trying to relearn to throw with a tendon from your hamstring going into your arm. But I mean, the rehab is just a grind. Just every day in the weight room, every day on the field, just working to relearn how to throw again.
Do you feel like after now a year of rehab, or just about, do you think you'll ever get back to where you were before, or where are you now compared to, let's say, before the surgery, as Jang walks?
Yeah, I'd say, honestly, I'd say this is probably the best shape I've been in my life. This is probably the hardest I'm throwing, but command is still a little bit of an issue. So still working to get that back.
So you go to Kenyatta College, and this summer you're playing here for the Anchors. What's the difference like between college ball and then collegiate summer ball? As a balk is called on the new pitcher Cabrera, Jang moves to second.
Yeah, there's a category for that.
What's the difference between playing college ball at Kenyatta and here the summer with the Anchors?
Yeah, I feel the Anchors is definitely more of a chill environment. Kenyatta is a little more of a tighter run ship, I'd say. I think both of them are still fun, but I think Kenyatta, especially in league, is so much more intense.
It's now 2 balls and no strikes to Chris Bliscoe. Chris has walked and singled Jang. Now it's second, and that misses as well. Cabrera struggling mightily with his command. And you're obviously working with 3 new catchers now in Caleb, Atticus, and Aiden. What the relationship between the chemistry, if you will, between the pitcher and the catcher is so important. What's it like getting thrown in with 3 new guys, and you're not even having a consistent guy each time you come out there?
Yeah, it's definitely a learning process on both ends. I think it's just trial and error at this point. It's definitely different than in season. You just know who your catcher is. You know exactly what they're going to throw down. Most of the time you're on the
Center
same page.
fielder Isaiah Landry.
I think it's just learning how your catcher calls the game, learning how your pitcher wants to call the game, just working to get on the same page.
A second walk in the inning goes to Bliscoe. Landry squares to bunt and
Did a little bit of
takes low. It's been a tough couple days for the Anchors, back-to-back losses, but all that really matters is BACL league play, and you guys are sitting a half game back of West Coast Kings Gold. How do you see the first half of the season gone in the first year of the ball club?
Yeah, it's been a little wacky. I don't think I've ever been with a team that's kind of not done so well out of league, and in league just dominated. I think honestly, as long as we're fine in league, I think we'll be fine.
And there's obviously lots of roster turnover. Landry tries to bunt and goes foul at the plate. He still had 2 and 1. What's it like with just a rotating roster of guys, a rotating bullpen? You don't know if you're going to pitch when you come to the field every day. How do you deal? I guess as a reliever, maybe that's true all the time, but how do you deal with that with no consistent schedule as a pitcher?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's here to get their innings in. Everybody's here to get their at-bats. So it's kind of what you mentally prepare for. I think, especially as a reliever, you're used to the inconsistency. I think it's just rolling with the punches and just going with the flow.
3 balls and 1 strike to Landry, who's just desperately wanted to put down a bunt in all 3 at-bats. He hasn't really gotten one to do that here. He pulls back and draws a walk. He squared to bunt on all 5 pitches. The bases are loaded with nobody out. Landry was 0 for 3 coming into that at-bat. He's finally got himself on and out to the mound to talk with his infielder, Sal Banda. And I asked this to Atticus, what do you say in these meetings? What do you want your catcher to tell you if you've just walked 3 in a row out there?
Ooh, it's honestly a little bit of a tough one. I think I just want my catcher to tell me a joke. I just want my catcher to loosen things up and just get my mind off of things, just to reset. If anything, maybe even don't talk. Let me reset myself, because I know what I'm doing wrong, but obviously, your catcher's trying to help, so can't really do anything.
That's going to be a pitching change here in Alameda. Nick Cabrera faces 3, does not retire 1. Stick around here. We'll be right back and see how the Anchors fare with the bases loaded and nobody out here on the Anchors stream. First one misses from the new pitcher. Bollinger up with the bases loaded and nobody out after 3 consecutive walks to Jang, Bliscoe, and Landry, and Nick Cabrera. This can only balloon the ERA as he is responsible for 3 runners on and he's yet to record an out. The infield draws in, trying to keep it at a 2-run game.
Now playing left field, number 21, Jacob Oliva.
Hook misses.
Base, formerly the DH, number 20, Jared Franco.
Joseph Banda in to work for his 3rd time in as many days, and he's behind 2 balls and 1 strike. Emil Price goes in to play left. Beg your pardon, Jared Franco is playing first base, and Jacob Oliva moves to left, and Bollinger fouls it off his foot. We're all even at 2-2. The 2-2 to Bollinger, bases loaded, no one out. That's high, filler up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. No place to put Jack Bollinger. That one is sent out towards left, sinking fast to leave on his horse. It drops foul.
You don't have a fast horse. Let's say it ain't home.
So it's still 3 balls and 2 strikes
Ain't no Thor,
to
man.
Bollinger. No place to put the power hitting lefty.
They're missing.
Jang from third, Bliscoe from second, Landry from first. The 3-2 is a breaking ball, not close. 4 consecutive walks has made it a 5-2 ball game. And Command has just completely evaded the Redbird pitching here in this inning. And Brendan Bell comes up with a chance to just blow this game open if he can get one to hit.
Right fielder, Brendan Bell.
The infield draws in. The pitch to Brendan is low, 1-0. Beg your pardon, I spoke too soon. It's a called strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. Check swing. That one's not called a strike, and we're even 1-1. Bell was hit by a pitch, singled and grounded out to the shortstop in his 3 trips to the plate. Here it's a mile-high pop about towards center. Ibarra's under it. He's going to make the catch. We'll see if Sakachi sends Bliscoe, who bluffs and heads back. A strong throw in from Ibarra. And an unproductive out for Brendan Bell. There's one away. That brings up Aiden Toklas.
Left fielder, Aiden Toklas.
Aiden takes outside 1-0. The pitch is high, 2-0 to Toklas. Bases loaded. Looking to add to his team lead in runs batted in. High, did he go? Appeal to the field umpire, who's not going to give a call. He's going to ask again. Still not looking. Nobody knows what's going on as the field umpire is talking to Isaiah Landry at second base. Now the appeal. And he says no. It's 3 balls and no strikes to Aiden Toklas, who does not get the green light and takes a breaking ball. It's 3-1. Akers needs 7 more of this frame to pull off the mercy. The pitch is well outside. Ball. Was that called a strike? Would be my question. He did not go on the check swing, so that's ball 4 if it's a ball. But it must have been called a strike. The pitch looked well low and outside. Now it's very strange at bat. The 3-2 filler up to Toklas. That's ball 4 or 5, depending on who's counting. And down to first goes Aiden Toklas, and it's a 6-2 ball game.
Runner, first baseman, Brady Wetzel.
Wetzel's going to get his first at bat of the ball game. He came into play first, moving Bollinger to second, Jank to short, and that was the end of the day for Kai Holm. Holm's day ends 1 for 3, a single, a pop out, and he flew out to center. 5 walks in the inning, 2 have scored, the bases remain loaded. Wetzel looking to extend a 4-run lead. Atticus Gonzalez waits on deck.
I didn't watch the video yesterday though, when I played on Monday. Yeah, but I mean, this dude just, all he did was come here, walk 3 guys. I mean, oh yeah.
1-1.
No option.
Wetzel bounces it to short. The play goes to second for 1. Wetzel beats it out at first. The pick back finds Jack Bollinger scampering back in time. So Wetzel knocks in the run on the force out. It's 7-2, and Atticus Gonzalez steps in. Atticus hit the ball hard twice and was hit by a pitch. He's 0 for 2.
Winner, Atticus Gonzalez.
There goes the runner. Gonzalez swings, bloops it down the right field line, sinking fast. Not fast enough, and the inning is over. 3 runs on no hits, and 2 left. On to the 8th. Anchors leading 7-2. Top half of the 8th inning, Michael Polito out to work. Tony Vasquez is still sitting in that dugout. I wonder if we'll see him at all. Polito's first pitch, he's working very efficiently. Polito is called off by Wetzel, who uses that big first baseman's glove to make the play. There's 1 down. So the first out quickly retired by Polito. 1 pitch, 1 out.
The batter, center fielder, Roberto Loera.
Roberto Loera steps in with 1 out and nobody on. He's walked and grounded into a double play. The pitch is a called strike, and Polito way ahead. It's 0-2. The pitch. That one runs just off the corner.
They're hurt a lot by missing these players. If you want to mention why are they in this situation?
No balls and 2 strikes. Polito's offer struck him out swinging. Quickly 2 down here in the top half of the 8th.
Jareth Franco.
Jareth Franco will be the next to bat with nobody aboard and 2 men out. Polito gets the first sign he likes from Sakai and delivers. That's a high chopper towards short. Jang charges, throws to first in time to get him. Nice play by Marcus Jang, and Polito quickly retires the side in the 3rd. 7.5 in the books. The Anchors cruising. The lead 7-2.
First base number 18, Nick Cabrera.
Joseph Banda still in the ball game. He's gonna face JP Boyle.
JP Boyle.
Boyle has one of 2 anchor home runs here at Pat Bale Field, the other belonging to Jordan Bolden. One's a cold strike. It's 0-1. The pitch hits JP Boyle in the foot. And he's gonna throw away the bat and the guard and head down to first on a hit by pitch. That brings up Caleb Velo, who's gonna come in to pinch hit for Aiden Sakai.
For the catcher, Sakai. Number 9, Caleb Velo.
So that's the night for Sakai, who walked, struck out, and grounded to short. More action in the Redbird pen if Hernandez can't finish this frame. That one's lined foul over the first base dugout. It's 0-1.
That's what happens every time. I forget names and then I just like
No balls and 1 strike.
speed run there.
The pitch is low and away. even it up at 1-1. Boyle leads away from first. He walked. That one misses low to the new anchor backstop, Caleb Velo. And he's ahead. 2 balls and 1 strike. That one's popped up, foul back to the screen, evening it out at 2-2. Boyle from first with nobody out. The anchor's in control, up 7-2. Adrian Hernandez delivers low, filler up. You would assume Boyle not running after getting hit in the foot. The 3-2 pitch is, beg your pardon, it was 2-2. That's ball 4. Or beg your pardon, that's ball 3. So now filler up 3-2 to Caleb Velo. Moving up to second is Boyle. We didn't see him at full speed, not close, as he jogged up on the pitch that got away from Kent Abe. Three-two delivery to Velo. Struck him out swinging, one away. And Marcus Jang steps in for the 4th time. On base all 3 times for Marcus, who's reached in 6 straight plate appearances. Hit by a single and a walk. Chris Blisco waits on deck. Marcus cuts and misses. He was late on a fastball from Hernandez. The 0-1 is sent out towards right, not deep. Moving over to make the catch is Price. Tagging towards third is Boyle, and he's in there. So a productive out off the bat of Marcus Jang as Boyle moves up from second to third. He's now 90 feet away if we see a ball get past Ken Abe behind the dish. And Chris Blisco walked, singled, and walked. The bottom of the lineup has been very productive
Number 5,
the last 2 days.
Chris Blisco.
Number 5? Where'd that come from? Oh, I see. Third base. Nice work, Dan.
Blisco cuts and misses at a fastball. He's behind, 0-1.
Wear and tear, man. Brain was always so good.
Last of the 8th. That one's low. It's even 1-1 to Blisco with Isaiah Landry waiting on deck.
That's a great question. I haven't got any concussions up here.
The 1-1 is low. It gets away, and here comes J.P. Boyle, and that's why that Marcus Jang flyout was so important, as Blisco very productively gets himself in. He was hit by a pitch, moved to second on a wild pitch, moved to third on a fly out to right, and ended up scoring on another one that got away from Abe, and it's 2-1 now on Chris Blisco. The 2-1. Chris crushes one out towards right. Down the line. It's off the wall. It hits up the 325 sign in the right field corner. And Chris Blisco crushed that baseball. He's into second with a stand-up double. Hit the wall straight on the fly. Missed a home run by just about 5 feet higher. A missile off the bat of Chris, and he's standing at second, and it's 8-2. Isaiah Landry up for the 5th time. He's lined out to left, lined out to shortstop, hit into a double play, and walked. Jack Bollinger would be next if Landry can continue the inning. Here he gets his bunt. It's going to drop. Abe can't find it, and Landry finally, after trying to bunt 5 times, gets his bunt single. Moving to third is Chris Bliscoe. So Landry bunts for a single. Bliscoe moves to third. The Anchors lead it 8-2. That one's low. It's 1-0. Bottom of the 8th, Anchors in control. Landry leads away from first, not going. That's bounced towards short. A high hop. A nice play, and he's not going to have one. That's a tough ruling. It should be an infield single. It's now 9-2, and if Brendan Bell can put one over the wall, it will be an Anchor's mercy. 9 runs in back-to-back games for a struggling Anchors offense. Maybe that will light a spark for the Bats heading into the second half of the BACL campaign. That is high. One and 0. Landry off second. Bollinger off first. Bell takes a fastball at the knees. It's a ball and a strike. Brendan was hit by a pitch in the first, singled in the third, bounced to the shortstop in the fifth, and flew out in the sixth. The pitch here is low. A nice block by Abe. Two balls, 1 strike. Michael Polito will pitch the 9th if we get there. Bell takes a 2-1 below the knees. It's 3-1. Bell does represent the winning run of sorts, as if he scores, the mercy rule will be in effect. 3-1 offer. Bell tips a breaking ball into the glove. Filler up, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Landry and Bollinger will be running on the pitch. The 3-2 offer, runners don't go. Bell chops it. That might be an infield single for Brendan, as he just hit a little nubber up the third base line. Hernandez came flying off the mound, could not come up with it. And the bases are loaded now, and a ball in the gap from Aiden Tackless could put this ball game away.
Left fielder Aiden Tackless.
Tack has bounced out to second. They picked up an RBI in the first. Double play, double and a walk. Bases loaded, 2 men out. Aiden Tackless at the dish. The pitch is high, 1-0. Tackless drives that one out towards right. It's going to dunk in for a hit. Landry scores easily. Bollinger's going to round. He's going to score. Bell holds at second, and it is 11-2. And Brendan Bell, the winning run, stands out at second base if Brady Wetzel can get a ball to the outfield. So a 2 RBI single for Tackless. Driving in runs has been his specialty this year. Wetzel tips it off the glove of the catcher, Ken Abe. It's 11-2. Bell's standing out at second base. He represents the mercy rule run. Big hole on the right side for Brady. Very slightly open stance from the right side, and it hit him. Wetzel moves to first. The bases are loaded for Atticus Gonzalez with a chance for a walk-off of sorts.
The batter, designated hitter, Atticus Gonzalez.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Anchors over the Redbirds 11-2 here in the 5th place match of the inaugural Independence Day tournament. Stick around as FCA take on the NorCal Warriors in the 3rd place match in just a moment, and the ball game is over. Atticus Gonzalez is hit by the pitch. Brendan Bell comes in to score, and it's a 12-2 victory for the Anchors. The winning pitcher is Corey Houston. That's gonna do it. The Anchors will be back right here tomorrow at 6:05. Tune in for that for the start of the BACL season against the Seals. Come back for FCA and NorCal Warriors in the 3rd place match. Anchors win 12-2. I'm Kieran Costa signing off from Alameda. See you in just a little while.